What's up, guys? My name is Mike, this is All Things Fish, and once again, thanks for tuning in. For those of you that are new to the channel, I encourage you to check it out, explore, see if it's something you might be interested in. For those of you that have been supporting me for the past few years, thanks again. I sincerely appreciate it, and I hope to see you again in the future. Now, today, we recently got some mail, and unfortunately, I did the fun part already and opened it up, but I'm going to go ahead and share this with you and give you an idea of what you can expect in the next video to come, as well as a potential series to come as we follow the growth, no pun intended, of this little project. If you've been watching my streams lately, you'll notice that I've been talking about Paul over at Fish Guy's place, and in particular, feeding live foods. So it only makes sense that this will be the introduction to a little bit of a mini-series on culturing and feeding live foods. Like I said, I got some mail, pretty excited to see it, so let's take a look at exactly what I got from my buddy Paul over at Fish Guy's place. Now, Paul's pretty good at sending freebies, and he offers a wide variety of both live and dry foods. So I'll share his link down below, and you can also maybe click it up there. But here's his business card for reference, so you can get his information. Again, I'll share that information down below. But if you look on Aquabid, you can find him, and he usually offers multi-pack deals of live food culture starter kits. So that's exactly what I did. You get to pick as many as you want, and the price is adjusted accordingly, and shipping is more than reasonable. So I ordered a set of 3 starter cultures, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, let's check out the goodie bag that Paul sent. So, of course, when you're working with live foods, pipettes always come in handy. Additionally, as I mentioned, he offers up a wide variety of dry foods, and my favorite dry food from him is the fry crack. So let's see what he sent for me to test and try on my fish. Now, this is the fry crack phase 1 protein blend. This is going to be heavy in proteins for faster growth. This is the phase 1 blend. So this is a very, very small size. It's not even a pellet. It's really almost dust. So it's slightly bigger than something like a golden pearl that you would feed to a small rainbow fish fry. Additionally, he sent phase 2. Now, phase 2 is 55% protein, so a similar formula to phase 1, but this is a larger size as your fish continue to grow. Moving on from phase 2, obviously you have phase 3, where you step into the micro pellets. Now, this is something that you'd see a little bit more commonly. So your larger fry, or your fries as they grow a little bit older, will enjoy snacking on that. And then phase 4, there's slightly less protein at 48%. There's a mix of other ingredients in there, but this is considered a mini pellet. Now, this is approximately a 1 millimeter pellet. So a good all-around food, whether you have smaller adult fish or your fry are growing out and turning into juvies. So let's move on to the main topic of this. Like I said, live foods. Now, if you followed me in the past, I strongly encourage you to feed live foods for a variety of reasons. One, the natural movement triggers the instinctive feeding response in your young fry as well as your adult fish. So this is going to not only increase their feeding, increase their overall activity, but it's a more complete nutritional complement to your fish's diet. So, what am I going to start with? First, I have a culture of vinegar eels. Now, this is a 2.6 ounce culture, and vinegar eel cultures are super easy to maintain. Probably the easiest food culture to maintain. You can pretty much set it and forget it and split it when it becomes dense enough. Now, that's the standard liquid culture, and there's also a high density vinegar eel culture, which we'll explore both sides in future videos. So once again, the first culture we're going to start is the vinegar eels. Moving on, we've got microworms, which microworms are usually kept on a semi-solid media, something like oats that you'll soak in water, and then you'll add, thanks to Paul, some yeast to. Another great, excellent fry food. Your smaller adult fish will also feed on this. Excellent nutrition-wise. And guess what? There'll be a video on culturing those. We'll follow the progress of that culture, and then we'll feed them. And last but not least, I chose the Walter worms. Now I chose the Walter worms. They're similar in size to the microworms, slightly smaller, another nematode of course, but these actually reproduce a little bit faster. So this culture will be ready to feed sooner than the microworms and vinegar eels. So there we have it. Got some vinegar eels, microworms, and Walter worms. He also offers banana worms. He does offer a chlorella starter kit, which is kind of like a green water. Excellent source if you're feeding rotifers. You're going to get into some of the green water type stuff. Additionally, he has Grunewald worms on occasion, so if you're specifically looking for Grunewald worms, make sure to check him out. You may have to email him just to ask about the availability. But again, super excited to get the culture going. Pay attention for future videos on that. And then check out his dry foods. If you're looking for a new dry food, or if you just want something different to try out the fry crack. The fry crack is my favorite. The fish go nuts over it. I notice excellent color earlier than with other foods, as well as faster growth and healthier fish. But that's all for now. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit the subscription button if you're not subscribed, and then hit the alert button so that you get an alert whenever these videos about starting these cultures pop up, so that you can learn and hopefully follow along and start some cultures so you can feed some live foods to your fish yourself. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to drop me an email, mike.allthingsfish@gmail.com, or just drop them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. That's it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Mike at All Things Fish, and have a great day.